First at 10, an investigation into what firefighters called a very risky rescue. A Via bus stranded during last night's storms. It drove through high water with passengers on board. Tonight, Eyewitness News reporter Roxy Bustamante finds out what could happen next.
Stuck in the storm, passengers trapped in a stalled out Via bus as floodwater was rising around them. The bus drove down Dreamland Drive near Vance Jackson and got stuck. Dozens of firefighters rushed to rescue the 8 passengers and the driver. They all had to climb through the roof of the bus to escape while the downpour continued. Luckily, no one was hurt. Now Via Transit tells us their team is investigating to clarify the details of the incident, including the driver's actions. We're told all operators have rules, guidelines, and safety training on what to do in hazardous conditions and low water crossings. Via tells us they continue to operate during Thursday night storms, quote, in order to ensure that the community who depend on us could reach their destinations. Via also says over 99.9% of their trips occur without incident.
Roxy joins us live. Roxy, will the driver face any consequences?
Deborah, we're told that Via Transit will take appropriate action after the investigation is complete, but we're not told how long that investigation could take. But Deborah, this is a low-lying area, and Dreamland Drive, as you know, is infamous for flooding easily. Deborah?
Certainly, we all know that, Roxy. Thank you.